All right, boys, we are in some uncharted territory right here. Just a heads up, I got to head back to my place to do some work for freaking UFC card that I have like $5,000 on. I have no clue. Who the fighters are. Nothing. I haven't done anything on that. I got to get home and run some stuff because I'm realizing that I'm having some issues with my laptop regarding SaberSim. I'm not exactly happy with what's been happening. Secondly, I'm not in my room. I'm in the art room today, and the kiddo's here. So hopefully he doesn't run in and like start screaming or whatever. But if you hear any screaming or anything like that, it's my kid. So we got leaves on the table that I'm on. So we're just gonna leave that there. I'm doing this live. I just got back here. I've been busy running around all day, and I'm just finishing the projections. Now, granted, I have not watched practice, so everything out there. I'm almost done with the projections and everything and stuff. I need my phone. My phone's right here. Let me see if you guys have any questions or anything you specifically want me to look at really quick. Let me bring this video up. Yet again, I haven't watched practice. I'm in the middle of doing the projections. We'll just leave that. We'll leave this up here and see if anybody drops anything in here. Right now I'm at Harrison Burton, so he's 27. So I got like 9 guys left, but I just figured I'd do this live because I'm gonna skedaddle as soon as I finish this stuff and upload my lineups, which I should probably do at my apartment since where are we at here? I'm also, in case I get Houston traffic, I'm 30 minutes away from my apartment, 2 hours and 15 minutes away from the start of the Xfinity Series race. But what I need to do is actually run my placeholder builds for UFC. So I'm doing quite a lot here. I figured I'd just go live very quickly. Touching on yesterday, I did not. Stuff happened. I didn't watch any of the Truck Series race. I just happened to see that I finished last by a country mile. Like I had every lineup finished last yesterday, right? And then of course, I'm looking at the footage, looking at the CCT footage, and I just see that everybody died that I played. No lie, no exaggeration. Everybody died. Everybody missed the start on the first yellow, not first yellow, on the start here. What is going on here? What is going on? Okay, so that's lovely. I see that Sheets' projections aren't up for UFC yet. I gotta see what the heckin' freak that's about. What the freaking heck that's for. So those guys wrecked there. I have no clue what happened to Ben Rhodes. I have no clue what happened to Kligerman. But literally every lineup I played finished dead last. Which, if you're gonna do bad in DFS, you want to have your lineups finished last, because on the opposite side of that, you're competing to be optimal and to win quite a lot. So I'm gonna be using the same strategy today. I'm guessing that it was just variance really fast. Let me finish as I said finish Ellis. Let me finish Jim Burton. I haven't done the laps led stuff, but I'll talk through that as we're kind of here. I haven't watched a lap on this track this week, unfortunately. So we're doing a lot of this by feel, which some people like, some people don't. Sometimes I do better when I'm not able to watch anything. But we shall see here. This grid is so interesting. Yet again, don't know why. I don't know what's going on here. Let me finish that. Okay, so just kind of right off the bat, man, we're seeing that, for me, I stated yesterday, and actually I need to run all these projections. We got 67 laps. We'll kind of just do this live here. What's going on, Austin? UFC Pro, I have no clue. No, I haven't. I don't even know who's fighting. I haven't. That's why I'm all over the place, because I'm so far behind on so many things today. I think, realistically, as I kind of walk through this, and same thing, I'm expecting yellows. I'm expecting NASCAR to burn off stupid stage yellows and stuff like that. I think a good projection for Connor is let's say got him for 28 laps led and 21 fast laps. That's 61.45. I think that's probably a good baseline to have. Yet again, I thought actually downside, I don't even know what the optimal lineup was, nor do we need to know that's irrelevant. I don't know what lineups won yesterday. I just looked at where my stuff was at. It's different because he's at least starting first. 16 is a lot for Connor. I'm going to assume that my stuff, because before, obviously with that big wreck, and I did look after that because I played very little Corey Hyman, fielded him at like 67. Obviously, he won the race, but whatever happened between the initial start and whenever Kligerman got taken out or whatever, same thing with Tanner Gray, so he got taken out as well. Between those instances, my lineups were all in the top portion of the field. So I'm assuming that I just got hit with super duper terrible variance. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying that is I'm going to be guessing that it's going to be leaning kind of the same builds, especially the amount of people that we have in the teams that I'm going to, almost done with this. Where are we at here? Got about 20 laps left to distribute here. I'm going to guess that a lot of these guys in the teams are looking to be very, very viable today, especially people like Sheldon Creed. Now, yet again, this is 62 laps, potential for a lot of carnage. Let me finish this last thing here. I would lean heavily towards place differential plays today. Specifically, let me just finish this here before we oops. Okay, I got my projections done. Let me upload these bad boys to the site so you guys can have them. I really like Tanner Gray. Just right off the bat, as I'm going through, he seems to be my favorite play. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to be scoring 87,000 points, but I like Gray. It seems like I like Hill. The main thing is going to be is who's going to be scoring 30 and who's going to be scoring 40 points, or who's in the 30s and who's in the 40s, right? Because you're going to have outside of, Connor's going to lead the laps, right? If we have a lot of yellows and he's just getting laps led, I don't know if he's going to get there on pricing alone, but okay, I don't need Jim Clemens that high. Like Daniel Dye in the back of the field, Leland Honeyman, Jeb Burton, Harrison Burton, Hemrick, Jones, Ryan Sieg, Eckes, Gray, Hill, all projected, or at least on my stuff, all projected for either high 30s or low 40s. And if they do anything more than that, they're going to be mid 40s and stuff. They're playing directly against Connor Zilich, Allgaier, Connor Mosick, Sammy Smith, Quaffle, Sam Mayer. I'm gonna guess that's a good portion of my lineups, or the exposure rates in my lineups really fast. Sorry, I got so many stupid tabs open here. Let me go ahead and upload this to the website. While I look at the chat really fast. As I said, I haven't seen anything there. Move the plant, but dude, it's so cool. It's not even a plant. It's fake. It's fake grass. The plant's cool. It's not in a way. What is this little guy doing? That's not doing anything. Let me upload this here. So Wallish, let me go ahead and upload this stuff. And then I guess I'm not gonna now. Yet again, I'm on a pretty big time crunch. I wanted to go live and just talk about my stuff. I'm probably not gonna run my stuff until I get back to my apartment because why? Because because I don't have time. So I would default. No, actually, I'll tell you the William Sawalich projection really fast here. I got William Sawalich for. Over here. I got him for 34. Yeah, I got him for 34 points today. That's an 11th place finish. We can even bump that up a little bit, and we'll be a little bit more generous. You know, at 35 and a half points, or 35.6. I think. Not even I think. If he's, I don't even know what his price is. Let me look really fast. Williams 85. That's a lot for Sawalish. I was hoping I'd be in the sevens, which is why that's not a value. At this point, I'm kind of more inclined to use more of the because he's 85. I'd rather just pay up and get somebody like Hill or even Eric Umbrella, Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray's been freaking amazing. Like very similar to past years in like the Cup Series and stuff. If you guys were like by default, playing 8 or 9% Byron or whatever, in past years or whatever, like Tanner Gray is somebody that you should be playing each and every week because he has speed. Now, yet again, he's had a lot of trouble in pit lane, but that's kind of just the fucking norm for a lot of these guys. But Taylor Gray is going to be a DFS monster in one of these races. It's going to work out for him at some point, and he is not carrying ownership that is usually reflective on that. Okay, so those projections are up. Actually, you know what? We can. How much time do we got here between because I got a 35-minute drive. So let's see. What do we got here? 2 hours and 41 minutes. You know what? We got enough time to run stuff. Let's run stuff together. Let me download my UFC stuff and put in my dummy lines, and then I guess we can. I'll go ahead and run my first. I'll run my first run, and we can kind of see what builds we're at. Now, yesterday, as stated, I was at least when I checked in between whatever the hell happened to literally everybody I played, I was very, very happy with what these things are showing. I'm letting the last MMA sim finish here. Okay, and let me go ahead and show my screen here. I still think the plan's cool. I think that's spicing it up. All right, so we done here? Nope, we're still running. So, okay, this is my own personal thing because I go back and forth so much, and I've stressed this to so many people. Like, do not run. First off, don't build shit on mobile. Don't waste your time running stuff on mobile. If you're making DFS lines on mobile, you should just be taken into the town square and shot. Like, it's such a waste of time. But if you have a really slow computer, I think you're leaving well on the table. Now this could be confirmation bias. This could be, it could be a variety of things, right? But I have found that slates that I build stuff with SaberSim on this computer, they are not performing as well as ones done on my computer. Now that's and I notice it, when I'm running stuff here. I mean, this thing takes forever to run. So I am trying to. Well, I'm going to buy. I need to get another laptop, but I'm thinking that is actually like something that is an issue that some people might be not paying attention to or not being aware of. Now, at least SaberSim has projections up for once in our lifetime, so we can go ahead and look here. Obviously, it takes about 10 minutes for my stuff to upload and go directly to SaberSim from TrueDFS. We're going to name that some Russian gobbledygook, and then I'm going to go ahead and see, look how, I got so much crap open here, right? I want to see what this is going to look like when I sort them by highest protected lineups. Now, really, man, 61 for 60,000 Connor Zilic is going to be tough. That is going to be a rough one. Obviously this is sorted by, highest predicted guys. Like, that's why I like Taylor Gray. That's why I like Eric Umbrella. Taylor Gray at 9,000 and Eric Umbrella at 95. I would take that over William Sawalish at 85. So let's go ahead and look at the Gonna look at the top 1,000 lineups here really fast. My projections here. Like, there's no if, ands, or buts. Like, if your device is that slow, like you're giving up computing power, even if it's ran in the browser. The program has to be less than optimal, right? So, okay, let's go ahead. So, top 1,000, I only have 11% Connor Zilich. I'm actually, let's check the ownership really fast here. Where's Connor at? 37. I think it's worth fading Connor Zilich and just hoping stupid shit happens, and that he does not get enough fast laps, and that we don't have a green flag laps for him to scrape out enough fast laps. But this is what I kind of figured. I mean, I'm making my own projections, right? I'm kind of talking through, but these are the guys that I'm probably, maybe not Sammy Smith to the same extent, but these are the guys that I'm going to play, right? I don't have anything else other than that. These are the guys that look good in my stuff, that are in my top lineups, top projected lineups, that is, and probably people I'm going to play. So I don't really want to be taking a lot of one-offs here. Also, secondly, you got this Talladega. Actually, not. Yeah, these guys go to Talladega. I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no. How many races we got left? 4? Look back. Phoenix, Martinsville, Talladega. Yeah, we only got 4 races left, right? No. We're missing Vegas for one of these. We have 5 left. I just have to imagine we're gonna have guys piling up and wrecking some people and stuff here. So I'm gonna default. Normally, if it was a normal road course race not involved in the playoffs and stuff, I would probably be more aggressive on playing guys that are in the top 10. But just due to the pricing that we're dealing with Connor Zilich and kind of the floor safety net that so many people have in the teens and 20s and stuff, I'm gonna probably play these guys here. So that's where I'm at here. Let's see. At the Glen, Zilich led 6 laps and 40 fast laps and 78 DK points. That's the best he could do. Yeah, I yet again. Let me look at yesterday's slate really fast. Yet again, because I haven't looked at it. All I know is Corey Heim won. Now, obviously, he got spun out in the first corner and everything, right? But I want to see what these guys end up scoring. Yeah, again, not because it. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, actually, you can't even see that here. We'll. Yeah, dude. Like, this is literally all my Xfinity stuff finished like dead last, right? But let's see. So Corey Heim, got wrecked, went back up to the field, 14 fast laps, 6 laps led, 52 at 12.5. What did Connor ended up doing? Now, that was different. I mean, Connor, I thought the truck was bad or just not up to what he can drive it at, but still, I mean, he was 15,000 yesterday, and even if I just don't see why you would bother playing him at all. Like, that's way too much, because if you're paying up for that, you're missing out on all my plays that I'd rather go to. We even sort by SaberSim stuff, which yet again, their mean projection, whatever. You're paying 16. What do my Connor Zilich lineups look like, right? If let's play, not even devil's advocate. I think that's such a stupid thing to say. But when we're looking at these, when we look at lineups that I have here, what are we sacrificing here? So obviously you can substitute Sammy for whatever you want. Partis and Leland, you're having to go down the punt range a lot. Now I do have Leland projected pretty decently. 26 points, 32 for Preston Partis, which I don't really. I mean, I'm not going to get there. I'm just saying that's what I have him for. Now he's in the 50 car, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't plan on playing him. But like this one here, right? Like, I have to imagine the field is going to play a lot of stuff that looks like this, because it's PD, and then whatever you do with this last guy here. I just think you're giving up too much from a lineup perspective. on these. Yet again, you can use Partis for literally anybody. I mean, anybody from 54 to 5,900 could be using this range. I just feel like you're giving up too much work, man. So that's kind of where I'm at. Before I go, a lot of art pieces in here, but that's the one closest to me. I think that's mainly it. I don't really have anything else to say in here. Let me check the chat. See if everything is here. I think that's it. Austin, Jason, BG3, thank you for joining me. Thank you for hopping in here, dropping questions and everything. We've 23 people that are watching it right now, and I will. I'll see you in the morning. Busy day. Got the European NFL game, F1 European game F1. Not doing the main slate, but I guess I'll do Cup Series show 9 a.m. or something like that. Probably the best way to do it. Anyway, thank you for being here. See you guys later. Bye-bye.